Hey, what's up guys, aarava here, and welcome back to the episode of my F1 2020 Manager Career Mode here with McLaren for episode number 10 today for the Italian Grand Prix, and hopefully a pretty decent episode for us, because of course the Italian Grand Prix, the engine will be crucial. Deceleration, high speed though also will be, so those areas of the cars are maybe not as good as our engine obviously, but I'm hoping the engine can be the resounding kind of overall factor with all those straights, but we'll just have to see about that. Last time out though was a pretty decent episode, a bit of a half and half one, as has been the case for a few episodes now, but this time it was the other way around. Carlos Sainz had the issue of crashing out of that Grand Prix at the Belgium GP, and Lando Norris, with the better engine, went on to get a decent result, and his morale is all back with the team. Obviously, if you did watch last episode, he is no longer considering offers. His morale is good. He got plus 10, or plus 16 rather, actually, at Ardennes, and you can see there in terms of the minus negatives, that's all kind of gone down in recent changes. You know, he's got no negatives. Car opinion went up, Munich was decent, car opinion went up, and then Ardennes was good as well. So all good stuff there, and so he's now staying put. We've got him contracted for a year, for the rest of the year and next season, so as long as his morale doesn't go back down, I don't think we need to worry about us not having him as a driver basically. So we're back to the usual, and we're back to kind of a bit of stability there in terms of our driver pairing. So we can move on then. Also, what was happening this episode is our first HQ upgrades are finally going to come in of this series. So that'll be decent in terms of maybe upgrading parts of the car that we haven't done so far. But we've got a usual question about the podium spray, usual stuff. Just going to go for the middle answer there. Pit crew review, let's have a gander here in terms of who's got a mistake percentage. 0.5, let's swap him out for a 1.2, 1.2. Might have to go a little bit lower on some of these. 0.1 with level 17 dude. 16, I think we're going to have to bring in some of these 16 guys, because these guys definitely need some rest. 2.2 for sure needs a rest. We'll swap him in. In terms of the jacks, are we okay? Jacks are a little bit high as well. Have we got a rear jack, man, that we can put in? Yes, we can. 0.4. Lovely. That's unusual why we kept one of these guys around. So swap him out. And then, have we got a level... that front jackman's also got on tyre wear, so that's not decent. I'm going to have to swap out this dude, I think. He's 15 on the front jack. Swap him in. And then, I think that's the best guy we've got, haven't we? That's all rested. Yeah, I think it is. So we're going to have to go with that. So it's a 2.68 pit stop. Not that quick. Is there anyone we could hire to quickly fix that? Potentially this man. That guy's going to tyres as well. Might be worth it, you know. So let's just hire him. Replace him with 16 refuel fixing parts. Yeah, let's replace this dude. Is that a rear jack? Well, no, it's a front jack. Yeah, okay, sweet. So who can we replace here? That's pretty useless. 17... That's okay on the tyres. This guy is not good on the tyres. G guy. So let's replace him. Hire. Where's G guy? G guy. There we go. Replace this guy. Sign. Confirm. So I can swap him out. And have a decent guy on the jack. Straight off the bat. Where is this dude we just signed? Do we get him? Is he on the bottom here? Yeah. You know, is this the guy we got? I think so. Swap. 2.29. That's much better. That's a much better pit stop strategy there. 2.29. Good stuff. Right. Male. Spark slide between Mercedes and Ferrari. Vettel got the win, but the race was notable for visible tension, apparently. What are the standings like? What are the standings saying? Oh, to be fair, they're level on points in standings. I didn't even realise that. That's mega close. Mega close in the championship between those guys, and obviously they're the only ones that have had a win this season, of course. And obviously consistency for us has been pretty good. 90 to Verstappen 76. Norris is getting right up there in the middle of the two Red Bull cars, so that's all good to see. But here we go. We're going to move forward one day, and now or one more day rather. Car repair's done. Sponsorships available. Let's quickly look at this. So slot 5, we've got a 5-star sponsor appeal. So these should be good sponsors. 3M, Fastenal, and Navy. These two are targeted. We already have a target sponsor there of Gas Monkey. So I'll be kind of tempted to go for this with an upfront payment. Could also be quite good for an upfront payment because we can straight away do some upgrades. But let's just see. Over 15 races, we probably would get more money for this, wouldn't we? We'll get 13.5 million. For that. We got 13.5 million over 15 races, or 6 million up front, and that's 12 races. And then I know this is definitely going to be worse than this one. So I would kind of be tempted to go for 3M, only for that we're going to waste now not having Gas Monkey sponsorship coming in, but that's not really that much. It's 370,000 compared to nearly 1 million per race. So I think I'm going to have to take 3M, or I could just not pick a sponsor here, it's gonna you know, expire in one race and then redo it and see if we can get a better fixed payment sort of sponsor. I mean, how much money we're losing by not having the sponsorship now? We're still getting 1.3 apparently, I think. Or maybe, I don't know. I'm going to leave it one race. I don't fancy being pushed into 3M just because we have to. Let's refresh it and see how it goes next episode in terms of that sponsorship. But here we go then. HQ being built. So we've got the upgrade for the gearbox and the suspension in terms of those two parts. So let's have a gander into that. What's also going to be crucial coming up here? We've got acceleration's crucial, suspension crucial. So both parts are going to be crucial there. What else? Acceleration... suspension. Okay, we've got acceleration twice coming up, so I'll go for acceleration. I'll go for the gearbox here. So we've got now on our HQ. So if I just need to do an iteration, I can just technically just go for -2 build time, and then I just do that. That'll take 1.4 days and unlock the epic, and then I can actually do the part. So that'll cost us 1.5 million. We'll spend that. That will get done literally within 1 day. Like, I'm going to move forward 1 day, and it's done. We've got more performance. We could just push development if you like. We just need some more cash. Oh, engine development. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah. That's amazing. Okay. Extra. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's fine. We'll push that kind of money. Cool. So we've just improved our engine. Is it now? Yeah, there you go. Look, we were second place to Ferrari, and now ahead of the Italian Grand Prix. The engineering team, Pat Fry, he's pushed through development, and we've now got the best engine on the grid again. Absolutely amazing. That is exactly the kind of thing we needed. That is astonishing. Right. We'll move forward then. Gearbox gets designed. We're going to design a new one now. And now we've got Epic unlocked. So here we go. So now we can actually build a good gearbox. Let's quickly look at what the best gearbox I've got right now so far is, just to make sure we're actually getting a good, better deal. But look at that. Engine's now maxed out and done. So both these engines, epic. Right. So gearbox, the best one we've got is 880. So we need to make sure we have a gearbox better than 880, hopefully, with this. So we're going to go for plus 25 to max. We'll go for, plus 40 or plus... Oh, that's the same thing, actually. That's the same thing, but doesn't have to plus 5 build time. Is that any better? That's 810, no. 820 then. Then we've got... Weight stripping is not going to count because there's no weight stripping in F1. There's minus risk level. Acceleration plus 50 on soft supers plus ultras, which is a tyre compound available at Italy and also Singapore, I believe, as well. So that could be useful. All good components take no time. So that reduces the time to 4 days rather than 12 days. So that could be quite big. But plus 50 during the race, or plus 50 just anywhere on the tyres would be kind of good. And then Epic would be -5 build time, but -5 reliability. That's pretty bad. Each average component plus 15. That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. Add legendary though. That's a pretty good component. So if I have that and that on, that would be pretty epic. Because what would I get? It would be one of these legendary components, or just another random one. Plus 50 on those softer compounded tires. That'll get done 13 days after the Grand Prix though. If I do take no time, that gets done 11 days before, and you still get the legendary component, I think. So I'm going to try this, take the gamble, and hope this random legendary component is going to be a bloody good one. So let's go for it. 1.25 million spent, and that'll get done in what? The next week, I think? Yeah, the next week. So let's just cross our fingers now. That legendary component is going to be pretty decent. All right, here we go. It's been made. Let's have a look here at what it's going to be. Fit parts rather. Right, fit parts. Where's this new gearbox that we've made? 779. Even with that legendary, we only got 820. The reliability went up. I guess that's what we got. The random component we got was the reliability. So again, we've spent money and we've not really got anywhere there. So I can get a gearbox of 835 by doing this risk level, minusing it off. So that's 135. So that's better. Again, do the gamble on legendary component. This gets done 17 days after the race though. That's a long time to wait for a gamble. And then I can do max out performance instantly. So 835 instantly. And there's a random legendary component added on, but it's either going to be, what, 100 during the race, plus 40 to max, reliability plus 60. I feel like we got plus 60 reliability last time as a random component, so I don't want to take the gamble almost. So even with these HQ upgrades, they're going to be good for next season. This season, they don't really help us too much, so I may as well actually spend my money again on more HQ upgrades, because this season is basically a write-off in terms of improving all these parts, because the way I've had to do with the mod at the start of the season, it's meant that kind of every part I can't actually improve a lot of them because they're already kind of better than the upgrades we're getting. Essentially, the base car was better than the upgrades available from the McLaren on the start. So next season, yeah, there'll be some gains to make with these parts, but right now I may as well just spend money on HQ upgrades again. So I don't know, I say brakes we'll go for next time. That's 10 million. That's going to cost us 9 million. That's 6 million on the, the rear wing. That's actually a lot less and put us less into debt, to be honest. So I might want to go with that and wait until we get a little bit more budget. Because if I spend 10 million and go 6 million in debt, that's going to take like quite a few episodes to get out. So if I just upgrade the rear wing, we're going to go debt of how much? 1 million? That's a little bit more manageable for sure. So essentially we just wasted a little bit of money in terms of building that iteration of that gearbox that we now just realise that it's just not worth it. So we've done the HQ upgrade, we're in debt. It's, we're about nearly 2/3 of the way through the season. For a team like McLaren, maybe at this point, I think we should just hold things up and start saving as much money as we can now for next year's car, because we're going to have to, obviously finance-wise, we're on fat stacks, but we're now negative in 1 million. From now on, if we were to save every race, we've gone through 10 races, I would only save up like 6 million at the end of it. Obviously add on prize money, but it would only be about 6-7 million. So I think, yeah, now I'm just spending no money, saving it all, trying to get as much budget for next year's car, because if we don't have enough budget for next year's car, it's going to be an absolute calamity in terms of trying to build upon what we did this season. Right, we've got, again, emails about financial management concerns. Don't worry, Zach Brown, I got it. Don't worry about that. We've got 40% chance of rain coming for Milan, and we've also got a political vote coming up for the point system, which is going to change. They want points for the top 5 drivers, which seems horrendous. So I'm going to vote 1 against, not 2, because I feel like common sense will come through. Of course, Ferrari love that idea, but I think most of us are going to be against it. So skip to the end, and hopefully this can be rejected by the majority here. Yeah, probably didn't even need... Why is Williams voted for? Of all people, why have they voted for? They're nowhere near the top 5. I don't know. Maybe that's why they're so bad. Right, so 11-2. So I probably could have abstained, but I wanted to make sure that wasn't the case, because that is a ridiculous rule. Very, very odd, but here we go then. We move to Milan then with the engine upgrade we've got. We've got the best engine on the grid. I'm hoping this means it's going to be a very good race for us, but let's take in the sponsorship money of Gas Monkey then. So it says after, including bonuses, we should get 1.7, right? And then obviously we minus everything else that we get. But before bonuses 1.3, and then after, including the bonuses, is 1.7. And so the tyres going to take in 10 super softs, 1 set of soft tyres, and 4 hards. I don't think we will be fine with that. We don't need to, obviously the tyres won't be much of an issue. In terms of the components now, since Lando's happy with everything, I'm going to swap this round, give that to Sainz, give that to Lando, but they both have better engines than they had before. Right, send them both out on the hard tyres here, and then we'll just get level 3 on hards and race trim. The track's short enough, so we should be able to get level 3 on the supers and the quali then as well. But let's have a look then at the setup and see how we are. Not that great with Lando, so I have to do some tweaking there. Probably the same for Sainz as well, but at least we've got the levels sorted out. And of course, we can tweak the setups a little bit later as well. But downforce-wise, probably a little bit more downforce, I'd say then, on the rear wing and front wing, probably a little bit more turn in. Handling wise, probably oversteer, I'm going to say, because there's not really much else to go on the handling front towards understeer. So oversteer, probably a lot of it actually, to be fair, because we're only okay. And then speed balance is great, so I'm going to say only a little bit towards top end speed, I think. Let's go quali trim, 3 laps. Super, so confusing here. The red and the orange look so similar. We'll go super softs there. And then with Sainz, he's in. Level 3 is already gained, so come in quickly as you can, mate. Oh, excellent. Okay, so he's got 1 excellent. Okay, so that's interesting. So same setup, and he's finding that speed balance pretty bang on. And the handling pretty good. Just the downforce that we need some lower downforce apparently for him. So they're coming in on the in-laps. The good news is here, Sainz, with that lap he's just done, he's 2/10 off Hamilton there on the supers, so that's good news. Like, it looks like we're right in there in the top 5 with the engine we've got. Norris already knew straight away from Sainz's adjustments that I went the wrong way. I should have gone the other way with his downforce then. So we're going to go lower downforce then. So he was good there. So that, something like, oh, even lower actually. Something like that might be where he needs to be. In terms of the handling front, he's stayed the same. So somewhere in the middle then, I think it needs to be. Probably like there. Something like that might be it. And then speed balance, he got a little bit worse actually, so we need to go the other way. Right, level 3 gain in on the supers and the qualifying trim. We're going to bring them in. Hopefully this last setup is going to be pretty decent there. He's saying he's loving the handling now. And it's 1 great, 1 excellent, 1 good. Could be slightly better. Let's see how close. Did we have a great on the... we did have a great on the speed balance there. So I can just bring that back for Q1. And then for Sainz, 2 excellents, 1 good. We did have great on the aero before though. So I can bring that back there. Again in Q1, and hopefully that'll be decent. So I think we can sort these setups out quickly in Q1. But in terms of raw pace, Sainz right up there. Even Norris is right up there with the slightly worse engine. So that little initial speed boost we got before this race from our engineer Pat Fry is coming in clutch. Alright, so here we go then. We're taking supers off tyres, the qualifying knowledge of course, and I'm going to tweak this setup for both the cars. So we did have a great aero there. So just need to bring this back to where we were. Probably slightly bit more than what we were. Actually, that might just get us the excellent, you know. And then speed balance, just need to bring this back. So I'm going to try that out for size. That should be all good. I'll just go on this. I'll go on the supers off. We've got enough tyres for it. And then this, just need to bring this back to where we were on the speed balance from, which was up here. No, that's the complete wrong way. That's the wrong one I'm adjusting. Here we go. So send them both out, and that should be all fine, I should hope. In terms of lap times, obviously, should comfortably get into Q2. I have no worry about that this time around, but just want to check the setups once they're done, really. But let's see now. If we're straight away, we'll get a like-for-like on what the super soft tyres are saying. And right now, at the moment, we're 2 tenths off Hamilton, which is a good place to be. 9 tenths off with Norris, but I expect he could probably go a little bit faster than that. Vettel, though, sets a good time as well. So Ferrari didn't really show up too much in practice, so that was the only caveat there. But 98% set up with Sainz and 96 with Lando, with 3 greats there for Lando, and I assume 2 greats on next. So that's pretty good. That's pretty decent. Okay, into Q2. That's decent. That's a good place to be. Right, on their flyers for Q2 then. Let's see what this is going to be. Sainz briefly setting purples before Hamilton knocks them off, but at least that's a good sign that he's kind of right up there. 110.9. Norris 6 tenths off, so not 9 tenths, so he's improved there. And Hamilton does actually go slower. Wow, actually Sainz keeps that in P1. Interesting. Okay, but Vettel's gone purple, so let's see what the Ferrari does. Let's actually go on board with him. Or rather not on board, but focus on him and see how this is. 2 purples for Vettel. I should probably think this is going to be faster than Sainz across the line. Yes, it is, but only 1.7 tenths there. So we're really we really are right up there with Lando Norris, with Sainz. And Norris is P6, best of the rest there as well. So kind of, you know, bookending almost both the kind of top positions there. So that's pretty good. And if Norris can improve by 1 or 2 tenths, he could climb up to P5 or 6 there. So I'm pretty happy with that, actually. Right, send the boys out for another lap just because I can. We've got enough tyres too, so may as well let them do another run. They both said they could improve that lap time if they go out again, so I thought I'd just kind of, you know, let them do it basically, see if they're actually going to improve. Sainz does set purple as track grip goes up through this session, so there's some time in the car still to find for both drivers there. So let's see, this is decent. Green second sector across the line. Last sector should be pretty good across the line, and Sainz does go fastest of all there. So the car does have some speed. Norris improves to P6. It does beat Verstappen. So both of them weren't lying. There's some speed to find there for that second lap there. So that hopefully builds the confidence for them going to Q3. But that's also the tyre they'll both start on for the race now as well. Alright, so here we go then. Q3 time. Is there any rain coming? Nope. That 40% chance of rain is going to stay away. So I'm going to send them out for this first run. I'll send Sainz out. Leave a bit of a gap then for Lando Norris. And then send them out, I think, now. Hopefully that'll be a bit of a gap. Go. Is it going to be a bit of a gap? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's a pretty decent bit of clean air there for Lando Norris. And then Sainz obviously is the first man out there, so hopefully he doesn't get caught up in other people coming out. He might just, overtake that Ferrari. Yeah, decent. So Sainz in clean air there as well on his first flying lap. And then Lando should be definitely in clean air because by the time he comes through into turn 1, no one around him. So let's see how this goes then. We've got a purple for Sainz before it's knocked down by Hamilton there, probably unsurprisingly, but I think the second one would be better for Sainz, and I hope. But here we go, across the line. What's the first lap time going to be? It's a 1:10.9. He can definitely go faster than that. Lando Norris, let's see what he puts in for his first run. 5 tenths off, 8 tenths off there, it would seem, from Hamilton there. But, okay. That's a good, at least that's a good foundation there. Vettel's going to come in probably with a provisional pole, I would say. Is he set a purple second sector? Let's see, cross the line, and he does. But look how close that is to the top there. Only, you know, just about 2/10 there from Sainz to pole. That's really good. And then Norris, I don't think any of these guys should be setting faster times apart from maybe Albon. So Norris right now should have, oh, and Leclerc, I forgot. So Norris is P7, Albon goes a lot slower. So I reckon Norris could aim for P6, and Sainz, I don't know, if he improves enough, could be just right up there for the front row. Let's see. But right now, I would take the second row as well. Third place, that's pretty mega anyway right now. Right, I'm letting Sainz out when he's told me to, just so I can match his kind of eagerness to get out at the same time. Right, Norris on his flyer though. Let's keep on focus with him as Sainz goes through his outlap here. Norris green first sector. Green second, perfect outlap there for Sainz with the computer. Amazing stuff there. He's starting his flying lap. Right, Norris, 2 greens, 6. This would put him faster than Verstappen if he finishes off the lap well. And he does, but he's slow on the last sector. He's slow in the last sector. So he was faster in first and second, but slow in the last one. Didn't do it. And Sainz slow in the first sector. Slow in the second, not going to be good enough. It's a little bit slower than he did on that first run. So across the line, and it's an improvement of sorts, but it's just enough to give him P3, not improve the actual placement he's in. But that's still the second row of the grids. That's pretty damn awesome. So there you have it. At the end of it, Hamilton actually is the one that takes pole then off Vettel. Vettel second. Great stuff, though, to be in third place with Sainz. And 7th for Norris is pretty decent still, I'd say. Quite close to Verstappen. So I think in the race, it can be a closer fight to Max and maybe even Leclerc as well. In terms of tyre choices, in terms of what knowledge we take in, it should be a pretty calm one stop on hard tyres. I think the teams around us might choose other types of tyres, but I think we're going to go for the one stop. I think it's the best way, track position, to try maybe do something special against the top teams here. I have a suspicion that maybe at least one of the top teams, like Ferrari or Merc, will do a 2-stop maybe. So to try and counter that, we're definitely going to do the one stop here. Go on overtake mode. We'll actually go pushing because that's worked well for us this season. Pushing and overtake mode. P3, P7. I reckon hopefully 3.5. 3.5 minimum. Maybe Sainz could do something more than 3 though. Here we go then to 5 red lights to this Italian Grand Prix from P3 and P7 on the grid. 5 red lights are out and we're underway, and it's a good start for Sainz there up into P2. Norris bit slow there, P8. And he's on, it looks like he's being pressurised a little bit by Sergio Perez back behind, but Sainz, cracking start there up into P2. Let's go attack mode. Norris now making up some places. He's P5 actually. Brilliant stuff there for Lando Norris. Norris has stormed through actually there. It's a wonderful bit of overtaking for Lando Norris. He's up into P4 now ahead of Vettel, Bottas, Leclerc. The 2 Ferraris bottling this at their home GP, and Norris now round the outside of Verstappen to get up into P3 as well. And so Sainz pressurises Hamilton for first place, Norris to P3. It's an epic start. The dream start for McLaren here at the Italian Grand Prix. And look at this now. Look at Sainz go down the inside with a better engine and straight line speed there up into first place. Norris, though, is the one that set the fast lap of the Grand Prix. He's got even better, of course, because he came back from longer, essentially, to catch these guys up there. So I'm no surprise he set the fast lap of the Grand Prix so far. And he's now pressurising Hamilton as well. So right now, awesome stuff. Of course, right, that's because we're in overtake mode. The engine's like at the full pelt, and Felipe Massa's now crashed. No safety cars out, no safety car. You can see a lot of people are on hard tyres, so I suspect all these guys are doing a one stop, but the reverse of how we're doing it. So that's why I think the one stop is going to be the way for us to go. And I think right now, even though it's going to be a little bit annoying to lose fuel, I think we should continue to push the engine as much as we can. Because you can see here, Norris might even go for a move on Hamilton. And I think the best bet for us is, as he's basically bump drafting Hamilton into turn 1, is for us to push away and burn as much fuel right now. Try and get track position for this one stop. And then we have to just try and hope we can save enough fuel later on. But right now, I need to go to neutral on the tyres. Hamilton, is he still pushing the engine? No, he's not. Let's go high then. And just try and hope that Norris can get the overtake done at some point. Looks like he can't. Just doesn't have that last bit of oomph there. So Sainz's engine was able to do that. Norris just can't get enough. Come on. Keep going. Gaining a little bit there, but just not enough into turn 1. And obviously under braking, our car's not too great. So at the moment, just stuck behind Hamilton for a little bit here. But with Sainz, we're keeping the gap. Not building it, but we're keeping the 1.9 gap. And Hulkenberg has crashed. in the Manor car in this fantasy career of ours. So yellow flags there. Right now we're saving some fuel with Sainz here whilst we can. Leclerc's crash. Leclerc's crash. On the Ferrari's crash. So now I'm going to burn some fuel more and push on. Norris is down to P4. That's because we've had to go a little bit more caring on the tyres, because I need to stretch them. He's 39%, so he's actually doing a better job than Sainz right now. So let's go conserve with Sainz a little bit. But I need to make sure that we conserve the tyres enough. We're still going to burn fuel though with Norris and Sainz. Keep on going like this. Ocon's crash. Virtual safety car's out. Yes, that'll save us. That'll save us. I think we should pit in now. Also, that will massively save us in terms of the pit stop time as well. If we pit in now, we've got 24 laps to go. 19 laps. They won't last the distance then. So we might... Okay, we'll probably have to pull ourselves off the one stop. If we just go 13-13, that's 26. So just do... Oh, now I really wish we took... Oh, I really wish we took in super soft knowledge now. I really do. I really do. Oh, goddamn. Right, we're going to have to just go for it on this. Taking supers. I think that's the way to go now with Sainz. Switch it to aggressive. Go for the fast pit stop. Pit under the virtual safety car. Same thing for Norris, really. I think pit under the virtual safety car is going to be the best bet for us today. Fast pit stop. Yeah, go. We're going to go for it. Right, Sainz comes in. Norris is going to be in as well. It's a good pit stop for Sainz and complete under virtual safety car, so that's good. Same thing for Norris. Completely, mistake with the pit stop, but it's going to be completely under the safety virtual safety car as we now go on. Oh, goddamn, I need to go full out attack. Go full out attack here now on the exit. Go, go, go. Right, Norris P10. Sainz P3. Our virtual safety car's out, so that's good. Right, I'm going to say let's go medium and push and save some fuel with both drivers now. This is the period where we save some fuel whilst the other's going to start wearing out their tyres. Right, look at that. Oh, side by side between Vettel and Hamilton. Look at that. And oh, no. What? No, Norris has gone straight on at turn 1. And after such a great comeback episode last race, oh, maybe that's karma. Maybe that's karma for me switching their engines back. Like... Oh, why? Why? Come on, man. This is such a tricky thing to manage. Hopefully that doesn't put him back in the negative for morale. Jesus. Right, okay, he's crashed. That's definitely karma. That's definitely karma for me giving Sainz the better engine again, but you can see why. Like, it seems like whoever gets the second best car is just cursed now to crash. So, Norris has crashed. Cool. He was going to be up into P7. And he would have been to P4. He would have been right back up with Sainz as well. So instead, now we're watching this battle between Vettel and Hamilton. They're side by side. They have to make a pit stop still. And we're right here with Sainz. So that's pretty good news for us. So I'm going to save fuel right now. Because look at this. I'm saving fuel and keeping up with them quite a fair bit. So this is the perfect time to save all this fuel. Even with saving fuel, we're close right up to Hamilton there. Vettel's pit in now, and he's on another set of supers. And we've overtaken Hamilton while saving fuel. This is perfect. You know what? This is perfect. We might have lost Lando Norris, but Sainz, with the virtual safety car helping us out there, has a very good chance, you know, of doing the impossible here, pulling off a miracle result. Let's go. Come on. 16 seconds to Vettel. Come on, boys. Come on. Right, I'm taking this time to conserve the tyres. And also go medium fuel. Obviously, Sainz has the easy on fuel stat, so he's saving fuel quite quickly even on medium here. And we've got 15 seconds to play around with before all of us make another pit stop, I would say. Because Vettel, Hamilton, Bottas, surely they make a second pit stop. So just going to hope and pray we don't get absolutely yeeted off this wonderful position we're in with like a full safety car or something like that, like we did at Silverstone, where we almost nearly were, well, we were in a winning position at Silverstone, maybe, I think. But this one, even more certain, I think, we could do the impossible. So it's such a shame that Norris has crashed. Because also, this will double... If Sainz goes on to get even a podium here, Norris will... His morale will go even lower, because he's going to see how well Sainz has done as well. And be jealous, because he had that thing where when he crashed and Sainz got that good result, it's exactly what happened. So it's a real shame in terms of our situation here for the entire season, in terms of, again, maybe next episode I'm going to have to give Norris the better car again, just to make sure they balance each other out. But every time I do that, it kind of detriments Sainz's performance. But right now, conserve, medium, doing all the right things. You know what, now I could probably go neutral, try and get the heat back in the tyres a little bit, but keep saving the fuel, and just pray that there's no mistake from Sainz here, because right now 13.6 second gap is holding there pretty well. This is good. This is very good. Right, I'm going to push Sainz now on this in lap. Vettel's got the gap down to 10 seconds, but I'm pushing in, so we're getting back some time here. I'm going to pit in on this lap. 13 laps to go. And that's the 13 laps these tyres will go. Do I maybe risk stretching them a little bit just in case? I don't think so. I think we should pit. Yeah, let's just play it safe. Play it safe. Do we play even safer though with softs? Because I don't have knowledge for super softs. I don't have knowledge for softs either. So do we play it safe and go soft tyres? I think we should. You know, I think we should. I think we've got enough engine power to play it safe here with softs. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I want to do. I don't feel comfortable on super softs. 13 laps to go. They won't go 13. They'll like wear out to this much. I don't want a situation where they catch me at the end because the tyre's gone off the cliff. So playing it safe on soft tyres. And we come out in 3rd place, but they're going to have to pit. So this is where we go overtake mode. And try and push the fuel a little bit. And try and maintain this gap we've got. Right, Vettel's in for his pit stop here. At the moment, we're pushing overtake mode. We are saving a little bit of fuel here and there, but we're through into 1st place. We're good. Save fuel now, because Vettel's going to push like a stab rat. But this is time for us to save some fuel and tyre wear. And make sure we keep this calm. Going to match whatever Vettel does. Right, Vettel's pushing as hard as he can now. So I would say go neutral, medium. Right, go like that, go like that. We'll stay like this for a while now. Save that fuel. Bring that fuel back down. Hopefully maintain the tyre wear level pace. And then at the end we can see if we need to push to try and defend. The gap is coming down. You can see there. You can see on the top left. Vettel's pushing very hard here. But we're just keeping it controlled. We need to just keep these tyres to the end of the race. Right, now we've got some fuel to use. So I can go high mode. Try and use this engine power. We're going to match Vettel there and conserve and pushing. So that's good as well. That's good news for us. Come on. 4 laps to go. Oh my god, this is so close. 4 laps to go. The gap is 2.9 now. This is real close. Vettel's now pushing and saving fuel, though. I should save fuel with him. I'm going to save fuel with him. And he's pushing on the tyres. Let's go pushing there as well. He's now pushing on the fuel. Overtake mode, go. Match him, match him, match him. Right, now he's on neutral. I'll go neutral as well. I'm going to try and play this as tactically as I can and just try and match him here. Alright, keep going like this, mate. Right, come on, come on. 30%. Ooh, tyres are a little bit worn now. Tyres are definitely worn. 27%. What's he on? What's he on? He's just down the straight. 52. He's got such better tyre wear than us. This is when you can really know our car has bad tyre wear. Like from the start of the season, when it showed our chassis doesn't have good tyre wear. But we're saving good fuel now on this lap. He's going to catch us up. And now I'm going to use overtake mode as we go on to the last lap of the GP. Overtake mode. And is this definitely the last lap, yeah? This is definitely the last lap. We go on to lap 30. Yes, last lap. Right, final lap. Push it. High. Save that fuel right for the end here. 0.3. Into the last chicane. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Overtake mode. Here we go. He's pushing like a stab rat. I'm pushing. Here we go to the end. Let's not burn out on fuel right at the end here. Medium fuel to the line. He's closing, he's closing, he's closing. Overtake mode. Yeah, we've done it! We've done it! Yes! Come on! Yes! We've won a flipping Grand Prix with McLaren F1 in 2020. The Italian Grand Prix bossed it. We kept it ahead of Sebastian Vettel. The virtual safety car was our saviour. That was the clutch play, the 200 IQ play to pit under that. See that everyone was doing a two-stop, really. And we've got the win at the Italian Grand Prix. Come on! Our first race win with McLaren in a long while. It's the first win for McLaren outright since 2012 Brazil. That is massive for us. That is massive. And the man who's got us it is Carlos Sainz. Great stuff, mate. First place. Vettel got the fast lap of the Grand Prix. That's no issue for me. 25 points, though. And the gold trophy. Absolutely epic stuff there. Sainz now into P3 of the Drivers' Championship. Because everyone else, like Hamilton and Vettel, been on a different level here. And so everyone else just been really inconsistent. Sainz has been so consistent. Apart from, obviously, the one crash. But apart from that, literally has been such a bulletproof man for us at McLaren there. In terms of the constructors, we gain, I think, did we gain points on Red Bull again? I think we kind of did, yeah. So that's good stuff. Absolutely awesome. Oh, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. We've won. We won a Grand Prix in 2020. I didn't think we were going to win a race this season. I thought, yeah, maybe some podiums. That'd be great. But I didn't think the win would come till the second season of this series. But no, we've got it in the first season. Absolutely epic stuff there. Got a new trait, race winner, plus 18 marketability. We get 1.7 in the bank there, back in the green, lovely stuff. And hopefully that's going to help out in the sponsorship as well. Plus 18 marketability. He's going to even just completely max out that sponsor level 5 there. Let's see, though. Hopefully Lando Norris isn't too disheartened by that entire situation. Driver details. His morale's -3. Only got dented a little bit, actually, to be fair. So that's all right. That's okay. It's because his car opinion was good for Italy. It was -3 for the crash. So that's all fine, actually. So nothing really to worry about there. But Sainz, I bet he's over the moon. He's got actually -6 from Ardennes, but +22 from Milan. That'll make a massive difference for him. Absolutely epic. Guys, if you did enjoy that episode, be sure to smash that like button and smash it for sure for our very first race win with the team. I had big faith once we got into first, once we made that virtual safety car pit stop, that we could do it. But those last few laps were very nervy. Like, the amount Vettel was closing in on us was very nervy, but we stayed true to ourselves, you know, saved the fuel we needed to, didn't get kind of played into his tactics, and then at the last lap there, just banged in the engine mode, pushed on the tyres. No mistakes there from Carlos Sainz. I don't think he had one mistake there. No lockups like we have maybe in previous episodes, and we came through. Absolutely epic there. Let me know what you guys thought of the episode in the comments below. If you are new around here, subscribe for weekly forum content. I've been aarava. Hope you stay. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.